Hello and welcome to this video series on Drupal. Now in this video we're going to cover the menus items and how to create a menu, how to configure your menus, and basically just how you can add to your menus. Now just to let you know, this is the navigation menu over here. These are our primary links here. I'm sorry, navigation links, but each of these are menus. Basically, a menu, as far as Drupal is concerned, is a link to one part or another of your Drupal site. Or for that matter, don't even want to limit it to that. It could also be to sites outside of your site. Basically, links. So, and another thing before we get into menus, I'm going to go ahead and click on Administer, is I hope that by now you've been able to use your dummy account, as I had mentioned way back at the very beginning of our video series here, to test and to see how your site looks from the authenticated user's point of view, as well as the anonymous or the guest viewer's point of view. Give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Let me just log out of here. And this is what it looks like if you're not logged in, basically as a guest or a anonymous user. So you can kind of, as you assign certain permissions to your anonymous users or your guests or whatever label you've given them, would affect how this looks here. So let me sign in as my dummy account as an authenticated user, and again you can see the difference here. So these accounts here for the most part are not available to the anonymous or the guest user. And you can see up here that some of the items that are used to change or edit or configure certain bits of content are not available to the authenticated user, and definitely not to the anonymous or the guest user. So let me go ahead and log out of here and let's get back to menus. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that you went ahead and have created your, I don't want that guy, have created your dummy accounts so that you're able to again view things from your respective guest or authenticated user's point of view. So if you're not sure, we'll go ahead and tackle that real quick here. Just go to user management, go to users right here where you can list, add, and edit users. Up here to add user, put in a bogus name, you can put in a bogus email address too if you like. It says valid, but because what you're going to do is right here, make sure this is not checked. Okay. That way no email will be sent. Make sure that's active. You'll have to set in the password just like you did with yours. And again, just putting in a capital letter somewhere in here, a number, and some other text or characters would work just fine. And then of course down here confirm that. But enough about that. Just want to make sure that you are testing your account as you're going along, or testing your site rather as you're going along. So anyway, let's get back to the menus. Let's click on Site Building, go to Menus, and you see here the three default menus, the navigation, the primary links, that's these guys up here, and the secondary links, which there are none assigned just yet, but they would be right in this area here for the most part. Or you can configure those to actually show up just about anywhere. Just as these guys here can be configured to show up way over here, but that looks pretty cool the way that they are right now. So first off, let's go ahead and check out the navigation. That's where I'm going to add my home page link, and that's called an item. So let's go ahead and add that item now. And the path for the home page, just as it says here, enter this to link to the front page. Simple, Simon. And go with home. And this here is optional, but you can put that in there because that's what's going to show up whenever you hover over a link. That's the text that pops up there. So I'm just going to put something simple like homepage. And enabled, yeah, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, you have to go through another step to do that. And then the weight, this basically shows where it's going to line up at. I want to try to get it to show up at the very top, so let's make it as light as possible because I want to right up here above my account. Click on Save, and let's see where it shows up at. Right up at the very top where I wanted it. Good deal. Okay, so that is how you create an item, a link. And if you wanted to move this, like maybe move this down here somewhere, then you can just grab these handles, hold your left mouse button down, you'll see it turns pink, and just move away. That's how you can move that. And so let's create a new menu item. Because right now we're in navigation, so we want to get out of there. Go to menus and add menu. And let's give this one a name of, what do we want to call this one? Let's call this one videos. Now this one here, as it says, needs to be machine readable, so we want to make it lowercase, and you can use letters, numbers, or hyphens, but it's got to be unique. So let's go with how-to videos. So I think I've got a folder on my site in here somewhere that's named videos, so it might conflict with that. Now then, this can be anything really, but we're going to stick with how-to videos. And videos looks good. And come on down here and click on Save, and that creates our menu item. And there are no items in here. I'm sorry, that creates our menu, our link called how-to videos. Now then, what we got to do is we got to head on over to the blocks section, because right now it's just laying down in the disabled part. Where are we at here? How-to videos. See, it's in the disabled section, so it'll just linger here until we do something with it. So let's go ahead and slap this over in the left sidebar for the time being, and make sure that we save blocks, otherwise what we just changed is not going to take effect. And where are we at here? Where's our how-to videos? I wonder if it's not going to show up because we don't have anything in there just yet. Oh, I know, because we need to give it some weight, I believe, so it'll get on up in here. If that makes any sense. It may not, but let's go ahead. Okay, we're there. Let's head on back to menus. There we go. And it's enabled. That's right, it's in the menus section. So let's go ahead and put this, just for the sake of this video tutorial, move it on up to the very top of the page here. Let's put it under my account. So based on this, it should fall right between the create content and the my account. Let's go on down here and save this. And there we go. Now we click on this and there's not going to be anything in there. As you can see, because there's nothing assigned to it. But if we were to, let's say, add an item, or we could edit it, then that's how we could add some content to this, just as we've added content here. Do the same thing to the new menu item that we created here. And then as we add content here, we can adjust the location of that content by grabbing those handles, just as we did in the navigation section a second ago, and dragging them up to the top or dragging them down to the bottom or wherever you would like. And that, folks, is going to conclude our video tutorial today on menus. I hope you learned something. Hope you found it rather enjoyable, and thank you much for watching. You have a great day.